so you know where you get all of your daily dose of motorsports adrenaline. So if you haven't yet subscribed to Fervent Motorsports, do it now, unless you're a slowpoke. Let's get started on the story for today, the review of French MotoGP. The Ducati rider appeared to be on his way to a Le Mans winning battle with factory rival Bagnaia as the pair set the fastest time late in the race. However, an accident for Bagnaia with 7 circuits to go gave Bastianini the win, putting him back in championship contention after a difficult run of races. From second on the grid, Jack Miller got the whole shot, with Bastianini moving in second ahead of a quick starting Alex Rins. Bagnaia swiftly reclaimed third from Rins, but home hero Fabio Quartararo dropped from fourth on the grid to 8th on his Yamaha. At the end of the first lap, Quartararo's afternoon was practically over. Nakagami retaliated into the next turn and forced Quartararo out wide, with Marc Marquez on the factory Honda seizing the opportunity to snatch 6 from the pair of them, Quartararo almost coming into contact with the Spaniard. A mistake from Nakagami up at the Dunlop chicane moments later allowed Quartararo back into 7th, and he would get ahead of Marquez on the 4th lap. At the front, both Bagnaia and Rins were able to get ahead of Bastianini going into the 2nd lap, although Suzuki Rider's race would last only until the 3rd lap, where he ran off into the turn 2 right-hander and crashed when he bounced back onto the circuit at the Dunlop chicane. Miller and Bagnaia pulled away by around a second from the start of the 4th tour, with Bagnaia taking the lead from his Ducati teammate into turn 6 when the Australian ran wide on lap 4. As Bastianini pulled through on lap 12 into turn 8, Miller's lead began to diminish, and the Gresini rider set off his quest for his 3rd win this season. Joan Mir was the last remaining Suzuki rider, and he was closing in on Aprilia's Espargaro for 3rd when he crashed on lap 15, adding to Suzuki's catastrophic weekend in the wake of his decision to retire from MotoGP at the end of this year. In the closing laps of the race, Bastianini pursued Bagnaia and made his move for the lead, entering the Dunlop chicane on lap 21 of 27. However, the Gresini rider slightly ran wide into turn 6 and led Bagnaia to pass before things went wrong for the factory Ducati rider. Bagnaia entered turn 8 too hot, allowing Bastianini to take a comfortable lead until the poleman crashed out at the penultimate corner moments later, as he cruised to victory on the 2021 Spec Ducati. Miller finished 2.7 seconds behind Bagnaia in 2nd, giving home hero Quartararo a chance to salvage a podium finish at Le Mans. Espargaro of Aprilia put up a strong fight to take his 3rd straight podium and cut Quartararo's points advantage to just 4, heading into the Italian Grand Prix in 2 weeks. Johann Zarco was 5th on his Pramac Ducati, 6.8 seconds behind his countryman Quartararo, after beating Honda's Marc Marquez, who was struggling in 6th. Nakagami finished 6th ahead of Brad Binder, the lone KTM rider to finish, with teammate Miguel Oliveira and Tech 3 trio Raul Fernandez and Remy Gardner all colliding out. Luca Marini finished 9th on his VR46 Ducati ahead of Maverick Vinales of Aprilia, and Paul Espargaro finishing 11th on his Honda after being forced to dodge Oliveira's crashed machine. Final points went to rookies Marco Bezzecchi and Fabio Di Gianantonio of VR46 and Gresini, LCR's Alex Marquez and Yamaha's Franco Morbidelli, who ran off track on his approach to the grid prior to the race. The RNF Yamaha's Andreas Divioso and Darren Binder were the last to cross the finish line, the latter about a minute behind the winner. Jorge Martin of Pramac also failed to finish, falling out of 11th place in the closing stages.